Hello and welcome to Selfie Torah. Here we are at the ebbing of Chanukah. In just a couple of hours, it will just be an ordinary Wednesday evening and no longer the 8th day of Chanukah. And I wanted to share with you a custom that my family started doing a number of years back on Chanukah. And I'll show you what we have. Here's our Locker family menorah lighting table. All our kids light menorahs and we're very privileged. It's beautiful. And there's something a little bit unusual on this table, and that is a container of distilled white vinegar, 5% acidity. Why do I have vinegar on my menorah table? I can understand olive oil, I can understand wax, candles, matches. Why vinegar? And actually, we do a little bit of an experiment. I have here in my shamash spot a cup full of this same vinegar and a wick which I have pre-singed so that it'll light very easily. I'm going to light a match and we will experiment and see, will this match light or not? I'm standing this way and my coffee's going to spill. So here we go. Let's get the matches. Let's light it up. And here's our science experiment. Will the oil light? And as we're experimenting, I'll tell you about a rabbi named Rabbi Chanina Mendoza. Rabbi Chanina was a great rabbi and was very poor. One week there was not even enough money for Shabbat candles, for oil for Shabbat. So he told his wife to light the vinegar. So she strikes a match, as we are doing. And she succeeds. And she lights it to the vinegar. To vinegar. Now vinegar, science will tell you, and our experiment will confirm, is not flammable. It does not work. And I'm going to drop the match when it gets to the point that it's going to burn my fingers. But as you see, the wick is starting to glow, but nothing's holding it up, and it will not stay. But in Rabbi Chanina Mendoza's case, their vinegar lit. And it was incredible and miraculous, and they had lit vinegar for that Shabbat. And his point is, the same God who told oil to light can tell vinegar to light. His message is clear and simple, and it's one of the messages of Chanukah. Why does oil light? Well, because the chemical compound that's flammable? No. Science observes that in nature, and that's true. But the reason oil lights is because God has commanded the earth to act in such a way that oil should light. Why does the sun set in the west, rise in the east? Why do plants grow? There are scientific processes that have observed all these things, but they don't actually explain them. All of these things are just because God wills it to. In the case of Chanukah, the oil lasting for 8 days was no harder for God than oil lasting for 5 minutes. And vinegar lighting is no harder for God than oil or wax or gasoline lighting. That's one of the main messages of Chanukah. It's something I try to impart to my children, that what we're celebrating is not just light, is not just miracles, is that everything in nature, everything that surrounds us is all a miracle. And that's why I have vinegar on my Chanukah table, and you should. Oh, that was vinegar. Oh, terrible. Have a happy rest of Chanukah and have a Nagila Shabbat.